Today's video is going to be a review of The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. I'm not going to say any spoilers, but I do need to tell you a little bit about what this book is about if you haven't read it, because otherwise nothing else I say is going to make any sense. The story begins with the main character, Tana, waking up in a bathtub. She had been at a party the night before and had a little too much excitement and fell asleep / passed out in the bathtub. When she wakes up the next morning, she finds a horrible, gory massacre has taken place outside the bathroom, and the only survivors being a vampire who has been taken captive by other vampires, and Tana's ex-boyfriend, Aiden, who is infected. In Tana's world, vampires are common knowledge. Everyone knows about them. They're contained in cold towns, which are basically just walled-off cities where vampires can have free reign, be treated almost like royalty, and no one can come out, but anyone can come in that wants to. Humans, infected people, vampires, but people don't come back. In Tana's world, a vampire is born by a vampire biting a human, and that human goes through a transition period, which is called going cold, and the person has an uncontrollable craving for blood during this time, and it lasts about 3 months. And if you can wait that long without drinking any human blood, any blood at all, then you can be free of the infection. You are human still. But if you do drink human blood, then you are turned into a vampire. Since the craving for blood when you're going cold is so uncontrollable, most people do not stay human. They turn. They can't control themselves. Tana knows all of this when she discovers that her ex-boyfriend Aiden is infected. That begins moving the plot forward because she knows she has to do something or else he will be turned into a vampire. I have never done a review video before, and so I thought I would organize it in sort of a pro-con fashion because I am a list maker and I like to make pro-con lists, or really lists of any kind. But in this case, we're going to do a pro-con list. And I want to start with the pros. The things I liked about The Coldest Girl in Coldtown were that it's really, really original. There's always talk about how every vampire story has been done, nothing is original, everything is a Twilight knockoff, all that stuff. I'm not sure that that's true, but that is just kind of the popular opinion. But this book is not like that. This book is very unique. I've never read anything like it. That's definitely a pro for me, because some books, you can tell when a book is a Twilight knockoff. You can tell, and this is not one of those. Pro number 2, the writing is fabulous in this book. There's no stilted dialogue, everything feels really natural and it flows, and you don't realize that you've just sat there and read 100 pages. The detailing, Holly Black is a master at details. And I don't mean like I read pages and pages of detailed descriptions. I mean like she can say one sentence about a location or a person and you feel like you're there. It's a talent. I don't know if it's one you can learn, but I want to know how to do it. Pro number 3, Tana is a kick-butt heroine. She is not super relatable for me because I am nothing like her and would behave nothing like her in these situations. I probably would never have been at the party in the first place and none of this would have happened. But anyway, Tana is very cool, always thinking on her feet. She's got a great head on her shoulders. She's very brave, very loyal. She's got tons of good qualities, but not so much so that you don't believe she's real. She's still realistic and flawed and all of the things that you want your main characters to be. Pro number 4 is Gabriel. I can't tell you too much about Gabriel because it would all be spoilery, but he is a great love interest. Of course he's cute and of course he's sweet, but there's so much mystery, and I don't mean like an Edward Cullen like mystery where you really know, but it doesn't say it outright, so you think it's mysterious. This is really mysterious. Most of the plot twists involving Gabriel were really surprising to me and all good. Everything he did was very satisfying. Pro number 5, the final pro, is the quotes at the beginning of each chapter. This is weird, it has nothing to do with the story, but at the beginning of each chapter there is a quote about death, which sounds really morbid, but they're really beautiful quotes and they fit with the tone of the story so well, and I enjoyed reading every single one of those. And now for the con list. Con number 1 is really just my opinion. Obviously, this is my review, this is my opinion, and I know that for some people this would be a pro, but for me it is a con. This book was so dark. Just creepy, gory. I'm pretty sure there was not a full page where there was not a description of blood, which, as I said, Holly Black is great with descriptions, so there was some serious blood going on. It was just really intense and lots of anxiety and just dark. Dark is the only word I can use to describe this. For me, that is a con, unfortunately. Con number 2 is Gabriel's absence. There's a portion of the book where Gabriel is just voluntarily absent. I just don't like when there is a lot of romance and then the characters just don't see each other for a while. I don't know. I know this book isn't a romance, but hey, this is my opinion, and that's a con for me. Con number 4 is the world building and flashbacks. This story was organized where there would be a chapter where Tana is acting in the present day, and then the next chapter would be either a flashback of Tana's or Gabriel's or her sister Pearl's or something her sister Pearl was doing. I don't know. The story just didn't follow Tana chronologically the whole time, and that's not a device that I don't like. The Summer I Turned Pretty is arranged that way, where there is a present day scene followed by a flashback. I think the reason I didn't like it in this book is because there's so much action and the chapters end on kind of cliffhangers and you really, really want to get back and see what's happening in the present day. I don't know, I just didn't like it. Con number 4, and probably the biggest con and probably the reason that this book got the star rating it did for me, is Pearl. Pearl is Tana's sister and her existence is fine. I don't care that Tana had a sister. That seems fine, people have sisters, but I don't know why she had to be present in this book. I don't know why we had to have chapters from her point of view. I don't know why she had to be a participant in Tana's journey. I can understand why Tana needed to think about her and act accordingly. I'm trying not to say spoilers here, so I can't give anything away. Pearl is just a plot device. The only thing she does is make an irrational decision that results in trapping Tana. And there's nothing else. She's not a character who grows, she's not a character with any kind of arc or any kind of bonds or any, she's just there. She's just there as a plot device. This was probably the biggest thing that baffled me about this book. In conclusion, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I tend to rate really high. I don't know if I've ever given a book under 3 stars, even if I really, really hate it. I just can't. I'm just too nice, I guess. I don't know. But 4 out of 5 stars, mostly the 5th star. If Pearl wouldn't have been there, I think it would have gotten 5 stars. It's not something I'll reread, but it is something I'm glad I read, and the cover is so beautiful. I love the cover. I would recommend this to anyone who enjoys dark books. Don't shy away from picking it up because you think it's just another vampire novel. It is really something different. Thanks for watching my first review video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you back. Bye!